Hi, this is Tamara Rothenberg from Miami. I had an activity with my daughter today at Zoom in the school. She asked me today many questions. It was an activity about the Parasha. The Parasha today is Toldot, it means generations. And I thought she was going to ask me about the Parasha, and I was prepared because I do the Parasha every week. She asked me personal questions. Personal questions about my childhood, about what was my best memory, what did I remember when I was sharing with my parents, what was the best memory that I remember with my parents, what is my legacy, what was my legacy of my parents, what did I follow that I wanted to follow when I was growing up. And the last question stayed to me, and I say, what does these questions have to do with the Parasha? What did they tell me this is an activity about the Parasha? It's nothing to do with it. And at the end I said, oh, I understand now. And she asked me the following: what is the legacy that you want me to follow? And I said, I don't know. I didn't tell her I don't know. I just was thinking, I didn't know what to tell her. And it's so important to tell our kids what is the legacy that we want them to follow. Even though they of course, we're different people, and they all our kids are different, they have different personalities, but we should be able to communicate with them and to tell them what is the legacy that we want them to follow. Because that's the whole purpose of our life in this world, is to leave them a legacy to follow. And although they're different kind of personalities, and all of them will have different purpose in their life, we need to leave that legacy. And at least we need to let them know what is it that we want them to follow. And they will all follow in their own way, but we need to let them know the legacy. Sometimes we don't know where a legacy is, but we need to find it out. And I was so sure that what my legacy is, but I never was able to express it to my daughter. And I said, this is a really good question, and this is my opportunity to tell her. And by the way, I thought that my legacy was so clear to her that what she asking me now. So I told her that of course I want her to figure out what she likes, and that she needed to figure out what are her strengths in order to follow the process, but definitely is tikkun olam, because this is something that we all need to do as Jewish people, and this is something very important to follow. And of course, the love of Israel and what is happening right now, that we all need to be united, and we need to express a love for other peers and help each other always, and especially now that we are facing so much anti-Semitism, and we need to be able to help in any way we can. And we all have different gifts, different ways to help, and that's what we need to figure out with the years. And that's the reason that I really want her to do like a gap year in Israel. Ideally, of course, she need to make that decision, but definitely to do something for her peers, for her community. And we closed it out. She wrote the notes, but it was so beautiful that I was able to understand that this is the whole meaning of the Parasha Toldot, the generations. I didn't see it that way. I was prepared to answer the questions about Isaac. When Hashem told Isaac to go and stay in Gerar, and it was a famine, and he wanted to look for food, and Hashem told him to stay. He wanted to build to have like a house and build, and the people from Gerar, they told him to go away, and he realized from time to time that he needed to follow the legacy of his father, that it was like actually built like a tent, and to be more humble, and trust Hashem that everything is going well, that we will have wealth, and he doesn't need to show up and to be, in the faces of all the people, because people, tend to get jealous, and he will be okay with that. And he followed the legacy of the father, and he built monuments to Hashem, and be grateful to Hashem that everything is going to be for the good. He followed the legacy of the father. And of course, we know about the parasha, that is the story of Yaakov and Esav, and all the fights between them, and the blessing of the Bechor and so on. But I wanted to emphasize the Isaac, the legacy of Isaac, and that's why this is important because it's a legacy that he follows after the father, and this is a legacy that we all need to follow from our parents, and how are we going to let our kids know what is our legacy. And this is what I wanted to share with you today. I think it's a very valuable lesson with all that is happening right now in the world, to define what are the things that we're teaching our children. There are many things that we cannot share what is going on right now. Our kids are very confused depending on their age, and we need to be clear what is the message that we're sending to them. How are we helping? What is important right now? And more now than ever, we need to teach them that it's very important to be involved, and it is very important that all Jewish need to be united. Teach them to pray together, to pray for the hostages that are still in Gaza, to pray for the soldiers that are dying every day, to pray for Hashem, and to pray us all to be together. That's what we can do. That's a legacy that we want to leave to our children right now. And it's important. It's important that we don't stop doing it. This is the most important time, and this is the most important legacy right now that we need to give to our children. And with this beautiful message, I just want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom, and see you next week.